Welcome in, guys. Smash that like button as you guys get settled. We're going to break down some hot topics, kind of get a little crypto roundtable in the next 30 minutes, an hour, kind of get some banner going back and forth. Welcome in. Smash that like button. Let's try to get as many people filing in. Welcome in, guys. Smash that like button. Let's get this video going. We're going to be talking about what's going on in crypto, kind of get to some of your guys' questions and discussion, but I want to break down a little bit of a casual conversation, what we got going on in the markets here in this live. Get you guys on your way. What's up? What's up? Six people. Welcome in, guys. Thanks for coming out. We're going to get this fired up. Kind of get a little crypto roundtable discussion. If you guys have any questions, what's going on in the market, any questions on some other stuff going on, welcome in. Smash that like button before we get any further in. Let's try to get as many people fired up before we start going here. 19 people. Welcome, welcome. All right, guys, we are live. We're getting it. Make sure you guys all smash that like button. Let's get this video sent out right here on the channel. What's going on? Drop it down below in the comments. We're going to talk, pretty much answer questions, go over some of the news heading and headlines throughout the day. This has been one, guys. 60,000 for Bitcoin, guys. It's something where we're talking about 70,000. We're talking about all-time highs. It's something where Bitcoin's just mooning. This is where we're seeing some of the largest single-day prices in terms of price gains for Bitcoin. It's been absolutely fascinating. And if you guys were around in 2021, let me know in the comments. Do you guys think this is on pace to be a bigger, more exciting bull cycle than what we saw back in those days? Or do you think this is going to be one a little different? Let me know down below in the comments. I want to get some of your guys' discussion, get a quick pro quo going, a little back and forth, kind of give me guys what you guys have on your mind, what you're thinking, and then we'll obviously answer some questions along the way as we break down the headlines. But 27 people in the chat, welcome. Let me know where you guys are all shouting out from, here in the States or abroad. 3 minutes into this live, we need to get a little bit more likes here. We got 41 people in the house. Welcome in. Smash those likes, smash that like button as you guys are filing in. We can get a really nice discussion. A lot of people watching concurrently, and that's kind of the secret to these. We're starting these new live, they call them slorts. They're like shorts. They're YouTube shorts, but they're actually live streams. So when you want to get a little back and forth more, I like reading your guys' comments, and it's sometimes getting into integrations. This is a cool way to do it, and it's better for us, it's better for you, and it's more casual, so we can get the news across, and everybody can kind of have a back and forth, and everybody can air out what they got going on within their own crypto journey. Welcome in, guys. We got 42 people in the live stream in just a couple minutes. What's up, Johnny boy? Make sure you guys all smash that like button. If we can get at least 20 likes, then we can get some more people filing in and we can start talking more about the news. So shout it out, guys, as you get it. Welcome. I know the channel's on the smaller size, but we do some crazy stuff here on the channel. Try to make it as for you as possible. So as always, put some suggestions if you guys have some in the chat. We added some tags, so this is where we're looking at this possibly getting even better, because we need to get a little bit more than 2 likes. We need to let YouTube know that we're going live right now. That's kind of the secret to this whole thing. Hashtag crypto. Hashtag breaking. There we go. We'll try this. There we go. 46 people. Welcome in, guys. Welcome. We're going to get a little live stream going. Remember to smash that like button as we get going. 46 people in the house. Bitcoin to the moon, coming out from Alaska. Are you guys still in that, what do they call that? The 13 Days of Darkness. I just finished watching True Detective. So got a little glimpse into what you guys go through on a day-to-day. not envy of the Alaskan way of winter. I have trouble enough in the Midwest doing winter as it is. So let's chat. Let's get it going. We're going to be going live here. We're going to start doing these from time to time, break down exactly what's going on in the market. Like I said earlier in the chat, we need every one of you guys to go smash that like button, because that's how we're going to fill this room. Only 56 people in the house. We need to get at least 100. Get at least 100. Fire this one up. Michigan for Johnny Boy. Nice, nice. So is that accurate how they represented True Detective? Are you familiar with that? With the days of darkness, the consecutive days of darkness. I've never been to Alaska. Always want to get up there and check it out. Cheryl, apologies. Do not know exactly what that means on my end, but welcome in. Appreciate you. Gaining minutes every day now till summer solstice. Right on. That's what we need. We need more sun. Smash that like button, guys. We got 42 people watching live. This is awesome. We're trying to get over 100, then we can get going, get breaking down the news, talk about exactly what's going on in the crypto market. Okay, kind of get a little rapid fire session. As always, put some thoughts down below in the comments, and we'll get going, okay? Anything in specific you guys want to be talking about? Anything on your mind? Questions out there? There's some crazy stuff happening. I think we're seeing potentially one of the largest, like I said earlier, the largest single day price gains in the history of crypto, the history of Bitcoin. Basically looking at some numbers here in December of 2017, that's where we saw Bitcoin getting as high as 17,899 at the end of that time. That was at its time in its most specific all-time high. Okay. But that's where we are today, and we look at some stuff that we got going on. You see, now we're talking about all of these institutions. We're talking about these crazy numbers, BlackRock, Grayscale, all the ETF holders. That's basically what this all is. This is that, initial, let's test it, let's take our profits, in my opinion, and then boom, they're getting back in. And I think we're seeing a little bit of this opposite of crypto winter happening, where we're starting to see this bull cycle really start to take off. A lot of crypto alts outside of Bitcoin, though, are seeing a lot of interest in the futures, So that's going to be exciting to watch, because we've seen a lot of the big memes out there, Doge, SHIB, having days on the chart as well. Welcome in, guys. Everybody's kind of filing into this live stream. Make sure you guys all smash that like button right there. Put that thumbs up on your screen. All you got to do is click the button. It really helps get this chat off the ground. Try to get as many people in on this live. But we saw a little bit going on. I mean, we've got to talk about some memes, though, for a second. The likes of Bonk Coin, Bonk having an absolute day. Then we can get into some of the other ones. I'll take the SHIB and I'll take the Doge. Those kind of round out the top three. And over the last week, month, 35+% for Shiba Inu. For those of you that are holding SHIB, congratulations. Jasmy's been on an absolute tangent for quite some time. Having a probably one of the losers on the day, though. Down 5%. How many cycles have you been through in crypto? Well, personally, I think there was one time during that cycle where, if you look at it, look at these gains, April 2013, this is where we saw this 4-year kind of window back and forth. But when we look at it, it's not so much the first one was not so much, in my opinion, we didn't know we were in a cycle. We didn't know what really was going on. You could break it down, but it was just so young in terms of what was going on. But 2017 would be the first one for me. So, all right, so we got some comments trickling in. Make sure you guys are all smashing that like button. All you gotta do is hit the thumbs up. It gets people filing in here on YouTube pretty quickly. I'm actually gonna change some tags. Maybe that'll help get the masses in. We should have 100 people before we get up and running. $24 people live. Let's get some likes here in the comments. Smash that like button. But we're getting into some of your guys' comments, talking about Bitcoin ETFs, talking about Pulse Chain. Colt, welcome in. Hit that like button if you don't mind. People mine it right off the beach up here. Now we're talking about gold in Alaska. Yeah, and that's kind of funny. I actually had a conversation about gold and silver and how people are starting to buy silver, though, just from a accumulation and how that phenomenon goes with gold and silver. We really took a deep conversation in what is actually going on and with crypto and why people are looking at crypto to be a ultimate kind of that hedge against these precious metals. But we were talking about what is the thought of precious metals. Like people say Bitcoin, crypto, it's all for nothing. They have no physical value. But you look at it from a intrinsic standpoint. What does gold? What's a silver other than scarcity? It's not like this. It's a precious fuel that you can harvest it and turn it into some significant energy source. It's still the same as crypto, in my opinion. I know it's probably not the best way to go about that, but welcome in, guys. 14 people live in the chat. Let me know, are you guys all new? Five likes. We're going here. Joshua Stewart with a super cycle. There we go. I like this super cycle. I wouldn't mind. Banks involved have changed it all. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And it's kind of put me off a little bit too. I think truly, I've bought less crypto since this ETF thing than I think ever. I think it's just, and I think it kind of was a smokescreen, and now we're supposed to see this bull cycle really take off. But it's kind of been a pump fake, a little head fake, I think, where this is where that true manipulation has really started to occur. 17 people live. Remember, guys, as you come in and hit that like button, the more likes we get, the more people that YouTube will send us out to, which means the more topics we'll have to get this discussion going. I try to put some more tags in this live, get it really fired up. All right, let's start with that, see what happens. 21 people, 5 likes. Let's try to get it fired up. Every one of you guys in the chat right now should be hitting that like button because that's how we're going to get the masses trickling in. Okay, here we go. When Doge, 16 cents, we need Elon. Now, it's interesting. I looked at it from the other perspective. The only problem with these short lives is I can't pull up the chart for you guys. I might try to do it on my other phone, and I can just show you guys from time to time stuff that's going down. But we're looking at the crypto bubbles. I've pulled it up. And what we've seen from this going on, guys, is something very interesting. Have you guys seen the actual chart with they're basically, this is one thing that's always got me in cryptos. The meme coins all run basically over top each other. They're essentially doing the same thing every single pump, every sell off. It's just that's one thing where you can't really have a true winner. We're all just kind of feeding from the same mouth. So when it comes down to that Dogecoin argument, in order to, it's not like a negative where you want to get rid of competition, but if you truly want one of these meme coins to have, these record-setting, these monumental gains, the only way that's going to be happening is if somebody's just a clear winner, in my perspective. But we are only at 5% adoption, so that's kind of interesting too. I'm seeing exactly what goes on in that regard, but that will be very interesting. Welcome in, guys. For those of you that are new to the chat, make sure you guys are all absolutely destroying that like button. We got 200 people going right now, strong. Do you think Elon's buying the dip? I think Elon, in my personal opinion, has a lot of people buying the dip for him. But I don't think that. And quite frankly, he has his hands in so much stuff. I don't know how the man sleeps. I know I watched a couple documentaries on the guy, but he's a very fascinating human being with how his life and his day-to-day, and then he has time to go on Joe Rogan's show, so that's kind of funny. But, yeah, I always said if we could get to 14, 15 cents without Elon, that would be fascinating to see what happens for Doge, because that was always the line for me to see where we could get, then we're talking about a crypto that's closing in on 20% of all-time highs. So, but other than that, who in this chat is actually subscribed to my channel? Are you guys all first timers here? If you are, make sure you guys all subscribe down below. Crypto videos every single day. But we got 205 people live. I want to talk more so about what's going on with Bitcoin too. There's been some crazy stories, like I was saying about Dogecoin. Back on that topic of Dogecoin, we're gonna be bouncing crypto back and forth. So forgive me if it's not one that you guys actually hold right now. Greg, welcome in, bud. All right, and then we talk about this Dogecoin, this futures interest, right? $1 billion worth of open interest. Now, that's crazy. Think about that. $1 billion in open interest for Dogecoin. Okay. And that's where we look at some of these outstanding derivatives. In the shuffling, we see people, basically talk about that market manipulation, these big whale liquidations. But Dogecoin has a lot of open interest. That means, guys, people are betting on that. So, 16 cents is definitely within reach. Definitely think that for sure. Been watching for years, yeah. Yeah, Dogecoin's kind of been the OG for me. That's been one where it's kind of a crypto that is hard to talk about because I think there's been so many new meme coins that you're either like Doge Army or, you're kind of, a victim of Dogecoin, and it's kind of led you to other avenues. I've had a mixed bag with people I've encountered, but it's kind of like the Bitcoin of meme coins in a way, and very interesting to get in some Doge circles and actually talk about it, because I think it gets misconstrued a little bit for being somewhat more like these other newer coins. But talk about some other stuff going down. I'm going to go down some headlines, get into something going on where if Bitcoin can hit 100K though, guys, that's something very, 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 very pot stirring. I think that would take a lot more than the institutions, but we're talking trillions of dollars in terms of volume that's going down. So that's something that would not surprise me. Richard, yep, always see your name down below in the comments boxes. Thank you for all your feedback on all the XRP videos. And XRP's been one where, I got to be honest with you guys, the traffic has died down on YouTube talking XRP. I think people are a little frustrated, truthfully, within kind of what's going on in those markets. Something has to give. Something has to give with XRP. I just can't stand looking at it when we have such a good, finally, like a good route to go down crypto. There's no debating. It's more of a corporate way of doing all these transactions and stuff. And frankly, I just don't really get that. It should be running even harder than a lot of other cryptos. I think it's just being suppressed, the courtroom, so on and so forth. But it's just a shame, because I think a lot of people would be buying XRP if there was more so of momentum. And then you have a lot of people thinking within what Garlinghouse is doing, if they're truly profiting from all of their unlocks, so on and so forth. That's an interesting take as well. So we got XRP, Dogecoin in the chat. 19 minutes now in. We got as high as 60 plus, and then all of a sudden, guys, it just kind of went by the wayside. These are these new YouTube shorts. It's very fascinating. All you got to do is just basically hit the... I should try putting some tags in the thing. We'll see if that one actually works. I haven't tried that yet. But drop it down below in the comments. You guys, I want to see if this is a good open dialogue. If you guys want to talk crypto, just have a nice open discussion with the chat. Unfortunately, you can't bring anything up on the screen, but it does make a difference too if you guys have more one-on-one kind of approach. Put some tags in here too. This might help it out. Yeah, Bonk. That's one where it's crazy, man. If Solana can somehow get parabolic, Bonk is one where you could see a huge run up for sure. And that's kind of what's crazy, is seeing all these ecosystem tokens that we're not even really talking about. I know there's a lot of swings and misses, but there's been so many good success stories for the ones that do actually in turn hit, that it's just fascinating to see what Bonk actually could be. 10 people live. That's the one thing. I should have got some more tags in there. This one might be fizzling out. Is the update the real reason for the big pump yesterday? Which update are we talking about? I might have missed. Are you talking about Dogecoin update or a different? If you're talking about the Dogecoin update, FTC update. Uh-oh, Cardano Man live in the chat. Yeah, I really don't know if that was so much on that. It was more so... yeah, what exactly are we referring to with this update? Okay, the Dogecoin update. I was going to say, I don't think there's been an FTC update. Maybe the fact that they're selling Bitcoin. I mean, I'm struggling to connect the dots on that one. But the Dogecoin update, no, I just think truly this was one where, you know, Dogecoin went in its own way a little bit on the chart. But this has been basically, I just think, piggybacking off of Bitcoin, just unleashing. It's kind of hard for... Welcome in, whoever smashed that like button. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining. We're going to be talking crypto here for a little bit. But, yeah, Dogecoin's interesting. It's truly interesting because a lot of cryptos are so far away from their all-time highs. It's a huge crypto. I mean, I think truly people don't understand how big Dogecoin actually is from a magnitude, a market cap standpoint. And they just absolutely just dwarf a lot of other... It's truly just... It's interesting just to put in perspective. I don't think people realize, like, because it's not the new sexy thing, but how big Dogecoin actually is. But this seems to be fizzling out, guys. I apologize. Last one, we got it up as high as 60, and I thought that we were going to get more people in the chat and get the discussion going on. Only 7 people live right now. I'm still playing around with it. This is one where it's a very interesting format that YouTube's doing with these short lives that I think a lot of people are going to start switching to it because it definitely pushes the envelope in terms of, for us as creators and you guys getting news more often. We'd love to just do these casual lives and just break down things as we get it. Not so much, you know, the whole, you know, shebang, making a big deal to go live, but it's definitely more casual back and forth, which I like. So Cardano, for those of you out there watching, part of my Cardano following, Cardano, I mean, they're 25% up. And now look at Cardano right now. We're talking about even hitting, okay, just think about this. We breached that 70 cents level just for a brief matter of time. That's one where, you know, I mean, I remember buying Cardano under 25 cents. It's just crazy looking at where we're at right now. Unfortunately, I also bought some Cardano at some very high levels, so I'll take it though for sure. Yeah, no, the Doge creators don't even like it. Yeah, those are not rumors. They're pretty outward about that. Yeah, that's a pretty well known fact, but it's interesting because he always comes out and says that he owns basically 0 to none Dogecoin, but I've always called BS on that one for sure. I don't think that's true. Everybody has a little bit of ego involved. I mean, for them to create it as a joke, like you can't completely ever sell out of that. But it'd be interesting if he did though, because then we're talking about, you know, him not actually being even part of Dogecoin. Both of them guys, but I personally would love to be in their shoes, because I know they have some Dogecoin at some very, very low levels out there. Welcome in, guys. For those of you that have not done so, make sure you guys all smash that like button. We're going to get this video sent out a little bit here on YouTube. Get into some things going on. Appreciate you guys trying to get to 5,000 subs as quickly as possible. It is a battle here every single day on YouTube and in the real world. But there's been a lot of cryptos seeing nice, strong days. Billy Cool Jackson's an asshat. There we go. There's a little bit of a zinger. But this is kind of, are any of you guys into Jasmy Coin, or do you want to know more about Jasmy Coin? North of $1 facts, yeah. That's one I definitely can see happening. I definitely think that's a for sure. That's not just a question mark. But let me know in the comments, have you guys gotten into Jasmy? Have you ever bought or have any thoughts on Jasmy? $11 people live. Not really. Looks like it's doing all right. Yeah, it's been fascinating. That was actually one of the first cryptos I bought. And it was a huge deal, and then they had an issue. CRU. Who you talking about? CRU. Apologies. Yeah, anyways, what I was saying about Jasmy Coin, that was it was literally one of the first cryptos I think I've ever bought early on. And I just went off the premise. I solely what I knew about at the time, and just how like the leaders of PlayStation, Cryptos RS, yeah. I watch a lot of his show, and he runs a great show, but it's and he keeps it 100 for real. But it's a weird phenomenon in crypto. You want to talk good about projects, you want to build projects up, you want to promote projects in a way, but and unfortunately, the percentages of cryptos that do bad outweigh the ones that actually do good. So, if you're trying to grow a brand or whatnot, it really kind of works in your best interest to kind of just, play the averages, that not all of them are going to, have a day and explode. $27 people in here live. We're kind of going back up. YouTube has been a little funky this evening. Make sure you guys all smash that like button if you have not yet done so, and we'll get down further in this discussion. But I was just going over the top 100 within cryptos right now. All right, the top 100 guys. Probably the biggest mover that we've seen of note was within Bonk. I mean, they've moved up 9 spots. I mean, Bonk Coin, like I say, we were talking about it earlier in the chat. If Solana could just get their footing, if they can just figure it out, we see $200 Solana. Bonk could be one of the winners of the next bull cycle. That, truthfully, guys, I mean, look at it on a year, 3,200%, basically 32x. I mean, I sold out a Bonk going back a ways, and unfortunately, guys, it's something I regret. But I mean, even from where we are right now, Bonk was even higher, if I'm correct. But yeah, Jasmy, going back on that one, a lot of people are starting to talk about Jasmy Coin now, and that's one where I told you it was one of my first cryptos I bought ever. And now what we're doing within that was basically, I don't know if I said it earlier, but solely to do with the PlayStation tie-in with Sony. That was just what attracted me at a cheap discount. I know the tokenomics all went to hell, but basically I just said, if there's a crypto that's just going to have potential, have that big corporation backing it, kind of what we're seeing all now with Web3, so on and so forth, I was like, that was one where, guys, I thought it had a legitimate shot to do some huge multiples. But So we hit on some other stuff. Pepe, thoughts on Pepe? Thanks, Byron. Yeah, so Pepe Coin, what's really caught my eye with Pepe Coin is the anonymity of who's behind Pepe Coin. Like, we've heard the rumors, we've heard, so on and so forth. Welcome in, guys. For those of you just joining, make sure you all smash that like button. If we can get everybody to smash that like button, this live is going to take off here on YouTube. So welcome in. But no, I want to know who's behind Pepe Coin, and I know it adds the mystique, the intrigue, making people FOMO in, so on and so forth, and that's all great and dandy. But boy, wouldn't you like to know if Pepe was truly behind like a certain political party, a certain demographic or so, to just rally a community versus the anonymous doings? That's just my thoughts. I'd want to know. I think they would gain a lot more recognition because now they're at the point where, okay, everybody knows Pepe can move the chart, but now why are they moving the chart? What's it out to do? What's the next step, right? Other than just basically being a gambling coin. I mean, so to speak, that's kind of what we're looking at within Pepe Coin. I mean, truthfully, nobody's in there to find real world use for Pepe. And I think if they would actually come out with that, if they would implement that, that would take things a step farther into basically gaining more people into the fold. Welcome in, guys. Make sure you all smash that like button like I was saying. Now we're getting to our all-time high. Again, 70 people in the chat live. Welcome. The more likes we get, the more YouTube will send this out. That's what... Oh, she says they're all what? Useless, basically? Is that what she's saying? Well, the secret behind that is, if that's the case, get her on board with a couple wins, shred some zeros. Yeah, it's all a gamble. Well, everything in life's a gamble. I think a lot of people gamble without even knowing it. LB, I actually do. If Trump ever gets back in, I think Pepe will fly like Doge. Correct, yes. And all I was trying to say is, why? Why is it flying? I think that's what it comes down to. And I want that why to be an actual reason. So if it is just because they're backing Trump, what is Pepe going to do for Trump? What is Pepe going to do for what that all stands for, that whole thing? It's all about use case for me, because I guess that's kind of what I'm getting at is there's no thought or threat to become a reserve currency for Pepe. There's no intrinsic physical value to really any crypto, but truly within Pepe Coin, like, we need to have a reason why it matters that they're behind Trump. That's kind of what I'm getting at. But it is kind of funny to see the Pepe memes and whatnot. I bet you getting into the new election, that's going to really be definitely a thing to watch. DeFi is the new bank. Well, that's kind of the goal of it. That's what everybody wants, right? That's what everybody wants, whether it happens or not. Welcome in, guys. We're going to do this very casual crypto live stream this evening. If you guys have anything to say, drop it down below in the comments. For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you guys all subscribe down below, and also smash that like button, guys. But we got almost 70 people live and only 9 likes, so we can get a little bit better on that. But yeah, that's what we're talking about. DeFi is the new bank. It is. Unfortunately, though, for a lot of people out there, they'd rather have the FDIC than MetaMask customer support. And that's kind of what we're living with right now. But yeah, I was saying there's a couple good cryptos out there that everybody are seeming to be talking about. As always, guys, AI is a big entity for me. Yeah, that's another thing. People are going to freak out if he gets reelected. It's going to be, and personally, if and when, in my opinion, and whatnot, it really doesn't matter to me. One issue voter, so. But so are you guys all? You guys are all Trumpers out there in Alaska, I take it. Most definitely, right? Welcome in, guys. We got 9 people live, or 9 people on that like button. We need to get a little higher than that. We need to get at least 20 likes. then YouTube will actually do this live some justice, send it out here. But out of all the alts, what do you see as a hidden gem that hasn't taken off yet? Well, that's very interesting. The one big one for me, guys, is I do think you need to get into that sweet spot, that 15 to 35 range in market cap. Those are where you can find the ones that actually have some ground to run on, right? And a lot of these layer ones, we look in market cap. Obviously, guys, there's a few ones doing some really cool stuff. We got, obviously Caspa. But one for me has always been Aptos in the 25 spot. Filecoin, ICP, very, very good. Truly technology that's not being appreciated. Like we all talk about meme coins and, why is Dogecoin in the top 10? And then some of these cryptos that are actually going to do things in the real world even lower, other than just, fundraise and make people wealthy. But those are a couple. You can go down. One that's really down on the list is the Graph. Check that one out. That's a very interesting crypto that sets out to be basically the new Google. We saw Sui, Injective. Those are a couple. HBAR is a big one for me. HBAR I think has a lot of room to run. There's so many good cryptos that people truly don't even understand exist, and quite frankly, those are the ones that, in all actuality, actually have some legitimate utility. It's crazy. But welcome in, guys. Make sure there we go. We got 10 on the board, 10 likes being smashed. I know everybody ate dinner probably already, but if you have not eaten dinner, make sure you guys eat that like button. Completely destroy it. And yeah, that's what's going to be interesting. I think we're getting into this new. And another thing too is similar to this live stream. Similar, I should say. It's kind of fascinating to see the new people come into this live stream. Where's the new people in crypto? That's what I think the biggest problem is right now, is why we don't have new buyers. Curry Goat. Are you talking about Steph Curry? Help me out with that one, Lexington. While I'm waiting for you, I'm gonna circle back. We see LB Northern Ireland. Shout out. Plenty of Trump likers over there of sure. Oh, Curry Goat. I think I've actually had that. That's awesome. Okay, so we got, what is it going to take XRP to shoot up? Well, truly what would need to happen first is we do need to get out of the what do you call it? The courtroom. I think that's first step. We need to get out of the courtroom, and then we can actually see XRP have a day. Because really, guys, no one's going to buy it until they know that they're safe in that regard. So, okay, VSG. I'll have to write that one down. Thanks, Jason. I'll check that one out. Thoughts on Doge? We talked about Dogecoin a little bit before you got in here in the chat. I want to see 14 cents. That's what's going to be important. 14, 15, 16 cents. I said it time and time again in a couple of my videos where that's where we need to have that level, and then we can start seeing pushes. Then we can start seeing some push from some of the people, Elon and some other people that would really back Dogecoin to send it to new highs. But they really haven't got to Dogecoin getting to where it needs to go. You look at relative to other cryptos, we've talked about it. They haven't. They're a little bit closer than other cryptos were during that bear market, and it's something where a lot of people never really lost that faith because it was truly. It was doing its thing. It wasn't, dead in the water in that regard. So welcome in, guys. See this kind of like fizzle out a little bit. Try to get as high. We had over 70 at one point. Yeah, Luger, I'm with you. I saw that on the charts. Dogecoin's chart looks really nice. When they hit the USDT, then you'll see a lot of tokens will be gone. So you think that's how they're going to kind of backdoor crypto regulation? Guys, welcome in. Make sure you smash that like button as you guys all file in. Been going for about 40 minutes. This is something where I want to see if this is a good line of communication on the channel where we can just have a little crypto roundtable, get new people in. It's a way to get new eyes, new subscribers, all that good stuff. Yeah, those were just a few that I listed that I basically have some interest in. Fetch.ai, a lot of AI crypto projects out there that are truly doing some good stuff. I mean, in this top 100, guys, there's a very high percentage that have a lot of things going on. We've seen some of these projects have very good success in the past, and that's another thing, guys. If we get some momentum, not just within altcoins, but I mean, we're talking Ethereum running alongside some of the Bitcoin's volume. It's very, very fascinating to see that phenomenon, because watch out, that's when we get into some serious stuff if we see those high levels for Ethereum. All right, well, seems to be this chat possibly might be fizzling out. I thought YouTube was going to send it there for a minute. We got as high as 70 people live in the chat. But yeah, Chainlink, that's another strong one, Turan. That's one where a lot of people think they could win the bull cycle. I've heard that from time to time. But it's kind of interesting to see what happens if we do get to that point where we are in a full-blown bull cycle. I want to know what cryptos get lapped. What cryptos aren't going to run with the cycle. That's kind of what we're seeing in the top 10, a little reshuffling, if you will. That's kind of what gets me thinking. Polkadot, that's another one, man, that, I mean, from what they do from a standpoint, some of these layer ones, guys, and they're pushing to Web3. It's very, very poised, I'll say that. That's where it's just something that goes underrated. That's one of the underrated cryptos, in my opinion. But we're getting in that territory where we are in a bull cycle. You could literally throw darts like we did in 2021. And that's why I'm kind of more concerned with what cryptos are going to fall back and not advance, which get lapped, if you will. But welcome in, guys. Seems only we got 10 people left in the chat. It's kind of fizzling out. Like I said, I thought YouTube was going to send it. For us here, it's kind of crazy just to have this feature. It's going to be a very cool tool, I think, to connect with you guys on the channel. So that's kind of where we're at with a push. I'm going to be doing this more often. You think that the hard cash will be a thing of the past sometime in the future? No. But there's a lot of things going on right now in the world that, if you could ask me, I would say that they were never a possibility, and we're subject to a lot of crazy things going on in society. What do we got here? How much foreign aid? Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I definitely could see what's going on. Joseph Sosa, welcome. VSG will melt faces and turn heads when least expected. I never really got that one. The melting of the heads reference. That would be a very painful way to go. Litecoin. Yeah, Litecoin kind of has that effect. It's similar to what we talked about in other cryptos. Just like, how are they basically, not doing well? It's just, why did that die out? That's always been a question of mine within Litecoin, because they haven't really done anything wrong. It's just kind of there. It's Litecoin, Vitalik Smart Gas Layer 2. Yeah, one of the layer twos that we in Bitcoin, that's a very fascinating kind of way of getting into crypto, some new avenues, and Stacks has been one of the ones that I've been kind of looking at. Welcome in, guys. As you're getting in here, make sure you guys are all hitting that like button. Let's try to get this chat doing well. I bought BSG fam. Oh God! I hope we don't get spammed. You guys are just gonna force me to look at it, aren't you? Metallic smart gas. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check that one out. Do some more research on it. Just launched, correct? December. You have to check it out for sure. It's actually funny to write down the list when you go on these live streams. Yeah, there's people shilling sometimes and spamming their projects, but it's actually funny. We keep kind of a list of the ones that actually hit. So it's always cool to look at. Layer twos, someone's going to have to really get into the kind of explain to me why we need them and what they're. I don't know. It's just kind of an interesting way to build off of Bitcoin, and it's kind of like something where I'm kind of a glass half full person when it comes to that whole thing. Ten people in the chat. Any Cardano family out there? 9 people. We're losing ground. We might have to close this one up, guys. Thought we had it going. We had over 70 in the house at that time, but I appreciate you guys all coming by. I get up every day at 3 a.m. to watch the markets. 3 a.m. your time or 3 a.m. here in the United States? Which, how much sleep you running on doing that? Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, Central Time Zone. That's kind of. Welcome. Well, welcome in, guys. We're seeing a little resurgence. I'm just gonna keep this chat on the keep this chat rolling. I'm just looking into some numbers. But the definitely a cool feature of YouTube. I think you're gonna see a lot of people start doing this more often. Oh wow, some more VSGs. So explain to me what VSG does, or help some people out. What's the number one? If you had to say the number one thing you need to know about VSG, what would that be? Hyperdeflationary plus own L2, yeah. Okay. Yeah, right on, guys. Thanks for coming out. I think this live is officially fizzled out. We got as high, like I said, till 70. Make sure you guys are all subscribed to the channel because we're going to be doing this. I think in the future, I'm going to try it out. This was actually kind of positive. Didn't really get into too many topics. We were waiting for this to light up in that regard, but never really saw those like buttons that we needed. You have to check it out. So cool stuff. VSG, yeah, for sure. So, all right, we're going to be wrapping it up. We'll see you guys. Have a good night.